The following news bulletin has been produced and presented by the Ministry of Information. Champion League Soccer on FBC TV.
Brought to you in conjunction with Digicel, Fiji's bigger, better network.
Simeone Taminisau and up front, Misale, no, it is not Misale Ndronimbaka, it's Marika Rondu in the striker's position. Marika Rondu in the striker's position. That's interesting. The team list that has given slightly wrong. Marika Rondu has gone into the striker's position. Lambasa, Rewa rather, hold this child side as Lomai Saloto turned away. Luke Lomai Saloto working his way, still Rewa. Manueli comes back to cover. Luke, still Luke. On for Menisi Senimbuli. Menisi on the broadcast side comes in with a cross looking for Marika Rondu. A hefty looking, rather it's Loriman Dow with a shot and into the, and taken well by Ralulu. So Rewa quickly coming into action. A hefty looking Loriman Dow with his first attempt. Across again, Posiano Calisito. Lomai Salata to Marika Rondu. So we can see there's urgency in this game, Indra.
Yes, it's very more comical to see two big players in the Rewa side. Ratu Marika Rondu and also Lori Mandau, who's also a national rep, most likely to be named in the national squad later on. And also Nimaya Tangi. Rewa did not actually give him much of game time when he was with the Delta Tigers, but now he's starting for Bar in the matches so far in the Champions League.
Yes, that's interesting as Tiwa gets it on for Shalen Lal. Shalen Lal for the bar side drives and across the face of the Rewa goalmouth it meant. And one of the things that I would say when you're looking at the Rewa formation, Indra, they've put Tandu as a last man down, two in front of him, and they've crowded their midfield. But remember, yesterday against Suba, that's where Rewa was lacking in the backline position, and that's where Suba got their 3 goals and the mistakes in the backline. But the midfield, they're wanting to go into attack. Manueli Kalau. Foul on Luke Lomai Salato. Menusi Senimbuli for the Rewa side. Broadcast touchline side. 2.5 minutes gone. Menusi Senimbuli for the Rewa side. Headed away by Shalen Lal. On by Posiano Calisito. Narasia wins it. Shalen Lal on for Malakai Tiwa. Tiwa turns, finding Avinash Swami. Avinash cuts it back in, fields for the Bar side, across onto Tiwa. Lovely play by Bar. Onto Shalen Lal. Shalen turns and drives, comes off Sokoro. Spinning away, still Sokoro waits for it and then clears it away for a throw-in. Bar meaning business and coming into attack so quickly. Malakai Tiwa opting with a throw on that far touchline side. Shalen Lal, Malakai Tiwa, and again they keep the pressure on that far touchline side. Again Shalen Lal with a cross cleared away by Luke, looking for Rondu. Throw in to the Rewa side. Marika Rondu to take the throw. Short Betsy Ali. Betsy turns. Still Betsy Ali. And away by Kini Viliame. Mamba. Rewa with another throw. Marika Rondu, the cap coach of the Rewa side, turns. Floating it long. Looking for Simeone Taminisau. Avinash Swami with a header back to goalkeeper Ralulu. Ralulu's kick. Back up towards into this and by Sokuru to Betsy Ali. Taken away. Marika minding it to Tiwa. Rather Numaya Tangi. Tangi's through pass is not good. Across onto Marika Rondu. Rondu for the Rewa side. Turns, switches, looks for the cross to come in. In the way is Kini Viliame though. Turns and kicks it out of play. Throw in from that far touchline side. The situation here is Bar needing a draw to take out the Pele Government's championship. And Rewa, if they want to win it, they got to get the goals. Probably be pretty tough against a Bar side to score 3 against them. It's a kind of mammoth task sometimes, but as I said, in the game of football, anything can happen. As Yogen giving instruction from the far side, Salen Lal, Fomba, Tiwa, on to Osea Vakatalasau. In the way is Tandu, stopped there by Posiano. Posiano again, Sokuru gets pushed out of the way. Posiano Calisito. So for the Rewa side, Verasa Toma today standing in the background as the coach this today, giving instruction. Verasa Toma, and the kick, a poor looking kick by Rewa. Rewa. Throw to come from the far side. Yogen giving instructions. For Salen Lal. Headed away by Sokuru. On by Lori Mandau. Kini Bilyame. Turning. He comes off Betsy Ali. Takiata. Plays a short one. And Kini Bilyame just kicks it out of play. Away from the danger zone. Rewa with a throw again. Marika Rondu. Betsy Ali. Still Betsy Ali. Towing it through back up. Posiano floats another long one. Not good enough though. And out of play. Ralulu placing it. And interesting also, Indra, is the number of good goalkeepers that Fiji have got also. Benaminio, Simeone Taminisao, Quila Matai Suba, and slowly in this tournament here, Ralulu stamping his mark also in Rangata, but a talent of goalkeepers here in Fiji.
Yes, talented goalkeepers, but the question mark remains is goalkeepers switching position. You have to be great in your position rather than switching positions and coming back into the national team and playing in a different position. So for starters, Simeone Tamnisao, Ben Amino, also we saw Aquila Mataisuba today. Personally for me, I do not think that should be happening because these are national team goalkeepers, and in front of us, Simeone Tamanisao, who's a brilliant goalkeeper and is a national team goalkeeper, but yet playing striker, maybe to give his brother some game time.
Yes, probably that is a situation in this early part, and with the transfer window, a lot being heard and said, and around the balls and around the cartons of beers, a lot of things that this guy is going here that but we'll see when the transfer window ends. As Ralulu. Ralulu for the Bar side. Long driving on again, finding Narasia. Out cross to Osea Vakatalasau. Vakatalasau, you could see again the way he turned away from Tandu, but Betsy Ali coming back to cover from the right midfield. And the lensman again picking it up, and it had gone out of play. Messi Senimboli. Short. Lomai Salato. They've all moved from Tailevunaita Siri to Rewa. He had come back to Rewa from Tailevunaita Siri, went back again, and now back again to Rewa. Manueli Kalo. And jersey pulling by Penyamin Drova. It'll be a free kick to the Bar side. Avines Swami with the free kick. He scored an excellent goal yesterday with a free kick. And it's pretty hot out there though. Avines for the Bar side. Avines curls a low one in the Wayne Drover. That'll be a corner kick. Remember this Champions League series which has just gone over 2 years or 3 years, I'm not pretty sure. 3 has gone to its 3rd year this year. Previous champions in the CVC, as it was called, it used to be Bar that are heading that with a lot of rather most number of times that they have won it. Avines Swami, and then comes the across. Salenla cleared away by Betsy Ali. Looking for Simeone Taminisao. Taminisao with Kini Viliame having a tussle, and then a free kick to the Rewa side. They go across to shake hands. They're good friends, Simi Taminisao and Kini Viliame. Well, that's probably the only way you can stop them. Simi's got is a speedster also plays rugby too for the Tailevu side, or
He's played for Tailevu and Suva as well.
both, and utility sports as the free kick short. Sokuru overrunning it. Marika Mandingi not able to clear it, but Kini Viliame clears it away for the bar side. Posiano, still Posiano Calisito, looking for the runners. Lomai Salato and Kini Viliame. Taikini, as is known in the bar area, lets it go.
Interesting factor to note are early in the season, boots already been bought, the fancy colored boots on the players.
There's the green boots and the white boots and red boots. The fashion of the day. Rolulu. Remember, in our time, if you wore a white boot, you would be called something that is called that you're not a boy. White boots was not for those us that days. It was just black and white Adidas as Rewa clear it away. Throw in on the far side. Again, Mba, Shalian Lal. The crowd waiting for that firepower, the spark to come into this game. As Shalian Lal with the throw. Bar with play gone 12 minutes. Still, as you can see, it's 0-0. Shalian Lal switching from Imata to Umata. Avineswamy turns, comes in with a shot, and these are the type of shots that he is very dangerous with, just hooking it in with his left foot. And Uliasi Taminisao saying there's not enough pressure on the ball. But the younger brother of Simeone to take the kick. Both are policemen. Uliasi. Back deep, the bounce coming in, the ground getting a bit bumpy as out onto again as the sunshine has dried it. Avines Takiata. Takiata turns. Osea Vakatalasau looking for Narasia. Narasia not able to get to it. Rewa, Betsy Ali. Across Marika Mandingi was in the way. Malakaiti was shielding well. Still shields, shoves. Body balanced by him. Marika Mandingi, Shalian Lal. Infield, Osea Vakatalasau. On to Manueli Kalo. Manueli looks for Avines Swami. Swami looks for his options. Back to Nimaya Tangi. Tangi again to Avines Swami. He's created some space. Avines turns and drives a low one. It is two. And away by Posiano. Still stays. And Lomai Saloto. It touched Saloto on its way out. So it'll throw in. Avines Swami. Manueli Kalo. Short, Osea Vakatalesa with fancy footwork. Marika Mandingi turns, lines up his shot from 30 meters out and a bit too far. Still Uliasi Taminisao placing it. 14 minutes gone into the first half. Bar nil and Rewa nil. Uliasi Taminisao, the Rewa goalkeeper. And Lorimandao. Avines Swami with an up and under again. Driving it back again. Osea Vakatalesau. Looking to get back his fitness. The speedster still. Osea Vakatalesau gets stripped from behind by Menesi Senimbuli. And he will go into the box. A yellow card to Menesi Senimbuli. No remorse shown in his face. He knew he was wrong. As Avines Swami to Place it midway in Rewa territory. Rewa have got a two-man wall in front of him. Salato and Menusius. Avines curls it, looking for a cross, and it comes to Tiwa. Tiwa backheeling again. They hustle for it. Narasia, well, Narasia is going to take a lot of time to turn, though, as Uliasi collects it. Uliasi Taminisao driving a long one for his elder brother, Simeone Taminisao. Taminisao for Rewa. Still Simi. Shields. And waiting, and they tow it through, but brought away by Marika Mandingi. Mandingi for the bar side. Short to Kini Binyame. Back again to Mandingi. Mandingi races away on that far side, Josie pulling. Paul plays it back, did well though, on as Bar come into attack. Narasia rushing, but nowhere near the ball was. Rewa easily regrouped. On by Menusi. Lomai Salato, Menusi coming for the 1-2. Still Menusi Senimbuli. Switching, looking for Simi. Mandingi heads it back to goalkeeper Ralulu. Ralulu. Slowly coming up with an overarm throw. No, he decides that he will take the long kick, long drive. Not a good drive by him. Betsy Ali again. And Simeone, Ralulu, for his mistakes, brings it out. And he'll have to play it like a defender. Ralulu again floating it long, looking for Osea. Tandu with a header, but Malakai Tiwa looking for the little through pass. A bit too much power in that pass. He apologizes to his teammates. Malakai Tiwa, as I said in my early commentaries, very fluent in Hindi and a very good Hindi classical dancer. Well, that's probably where he learns his dribbling skills and his body movement in the FSC line, as Salato with the kick coming off again. Cleared away Manueli Calo. In the way, Lorima Ndao. They're hustling for it. Lorima gets the header, and across comes Kini Viliame to cover before Marika Rondo could get to it. A corner kick to be taken on the broadcast side. 17 minutes gone. A bit better than the yellow game, Indra.
Yes, definitely, and it's firing up now.
Yes, on the broadcast side, it's Lomai Luque. Luque's kick is not a good one. Manuel Calocan swivels off a tracker of a thing, and in comes that Marika Rondo, tries to backheel it, and trying a cheeky one, but that would have been a classic goal if it did go in.
Reminds me of Babatov scoring for United some weeks back.
As again, Ba, Ismaili Narasia, still Ismaili Narasia for a bit slow was Osea Vakatalasao. They clear it away. Rewa Matakiata keeping the pressure for the Ba side, as Ba got a lot of room on that far touchline again. Squaring it back onto Marika Mandingi. Mandingi floating it long, and again Penyamin Drobo with a clearance. Simeone Taminisao, Lorimandao. Back to Simi. Simi racing away on that far touchline side. Simi turns and comes in with a shot. Hits the post. A lovely shot by Simeone Taminisao. Chucked the whole netting. A powerhouse of a shot. And that would have what the Rewa fans were wanting. That one goal will come back. Probably if one goes in to haunt them, though, as they've got 3+ and Suba's got 2+, Indra.
Yes, one goal would put Suva and Ba equal. And then it will, as we said, if that is the scoreline, it will go down to most probably head-to-head.
Yep. But that's still a long way to go, though. But that was a great shot by Simeone. Rewa again. Betsy Ali to Manusi Senimbuli. Numaya Tangi can't quite get closer to him. Pushed again, flicked through, intercepted again, cleared away by Kini Viliame. Playing more a defensive role this year, in this tournament. Kini Viliame, Simeli Narasia takes it away from Tandu. Still Simeli Narasia into the box. Simeli turns and on force. Vakatalisao, and the through pass as Vakatalisao slams it over the crossbar. He gets up and looks in a bit of dismay. Holds his head. But that would have been a great goal if it did go in with that through pass on the in the strike coming in on the first timer.
It reminds me of his brother Penny Finau, who plays for Lautoka with all the blue skins, as we call it, to safeguard from the injuries that they suffer.
In winter, it's for the also the referee having a word with Uliasi. They're looking at the ball, that whether it has enough pressure. Uliasi Taminisau. With the goal kick. 20 minutes gone into the first half here. It's still no score at all as Malakai Tiwa. And there's Luke. Luke loses it to Malakai Tiwa. Tiwa races away and couldn't get his pass away, but the referee saying he got fouled from behind by Betsy Ali. So Rewa with the free kick.
Another player, Raymond, that has been impressive, and he's in under 23, the Southern under 23 last season as well. Didn't get much of a game time with Rewa. Is Betsy Ali, who's now starting with the Rewa side.
Yeah, certainly he's been a exceptional player, as one of the players that they're breeding with the youngsters, and pretty neat sort of footwork that he's got, as Uliasi lining up Avinash Swami on for Malakai Tiwa, but the wall was not 10 meters away. They'd come out though. Betsy Ali again bringing the Rewa side out on towards the broadcast again to Marika Rondu for the Rewa side. Still Marika Rondu flicks it on for Luke Lomai Salato, and off Manueli Kalau for a corner kick. Corner kick. Slowly, they're gonna decide a short one, and the Ralulu lining up Luque and over the crossbar. And it will be interesting at this stage also, Indra, with the league starting next weekend, that the official opening, any word where they will...
Yes, talking to the Lautoka president, who's a very good friend of ours, Salendra Prasad, he says the Lautoka Rewa game is scheduled for Ratu Kambau Park next Sunday at 3 p.m. And also that's where they're looking at launching the National League season for the year. And also for Bar, just noticing 3 players who have not featured so far this in this 3-day tournament. Malakai Kenehewe, Elvin Singh, and also Johnny Vasukula.
Yes, Malakai Kenehewe played yesterday in a yellow card flash to Lorimandau. Johnny Vasukula has not come, and Elvin Singh in the defense for the Bar side. So that's the way that they have broken up a few players. And as our broadcast sponsors of Vinod Patel, they try and remember us Powermate, as Chandran Bala Patel as is known. Vinod Patel's Powermate fans as Bar come into attack. Malakai Tiwa, and Malakai Tiwa shot again over the crossbar. It'll be a game. In this game here, we're seeing already defense making a lot of the team that makes a lot of mistake. The team that makes a lot of mistakes in defense may be the factor that will be determining. Again, we see as Ralulu needs attention. Is back down. Uliasi talking to the ball boys, but it's Ralulu that is down injured. He's had that back injury, so the ice pack going on him. 24 minutes gone into the first half here. Still 0-0, as you can see on your screen. And Rolilu talking to the referee too also. And if you can read, as Yogen giving Shalen Lal instructions to move away. And Shalen with a fancy beard now.
Also, while we on this injury break, Lautoka Rewa, we will call that game next weekend to start off the league season on Radio Fiji 2, definitely with yourself. And definitely we're starting the league coverage for 2012 on FBC TV, which the fans would be able to watch as well.
So there you have it. As we said, we'll be bringing you bigger things on FBC TV, also in Radio Fiji 2, as Menusi Senimboli. for the Rewa side. They leave it for Usaya Tandu to take as they line up on the edge of the wall. Tandu floating it long, looks for the header by Lorimandau and straight into the hands of Rolulu. Johnny Rolulu driving, Benjamin Droba, Betsy Ali, Numayatangi with him, Sokuru, hospital part, but Betsy doing well, leaving it to Droba, on to Menesi Senimboli to Salato, Lomai Salato, spinning it through, Takiata 2 races back and kicks it out of play for a throw-in. Short again. Aaron again, they hustle away. Menesi Senimboli with his fancy footwork and timing it well is Rolulu. Johnny Rolulu again called on numerous times in this first half here to make those saves. Rolulu waiting for the bounce. Osea Vakata Lesau. Nimayatangi, Malakai Tiwa on to Shalen Lal. Shalen from that far side drives and shows how scrappy his play is too, as he says sorry about that and walks away, the schoolmaster from Ba. And you can see as age goes, they do start bolting down. Uliasi Taminisau, Salen Lal with the header. Again, Rewa looking to get it away. Simi getting a touch and Takiata with a back header to goalkeeper Rolulu. 27 minutes gone into the first half. Mba nil, Rewa nil. Buying time. And as I said, there will be a lot of tired players out there. Up to into the bouncy surface coming again across onto Salen Lal. Lal for the bar side infield, not a good pass. Posiano's pass, Betsy onto Sokuru. Sokuru not able to control it, and it'll be Salen Lal again with the throw to Malakai Tiwa. Tiwa not able to control it. And out of play for a goal kick. This time Tandu takes it. Usaya Tandu. Not good. Nimoya Tangi. Tangi through again looking for Narasia. Narasia with Osea. Understanding not between them there. Rewa away. Marika Rondo with a sliding tackle like a karate-like tackle. Did well. Gets it back. For Menesi Senimboli. Look at Lumai Salato, Manueli Kalau in again, still lovely play that time by Manueli Kalau. Salen Lal finding Avines Swami and also Ronil not in the bar lineup also this weekend, Indra. As on the broadcast side, a handball by Osea Vakatalasau inside the Rewa territory. 28 minutes of play gone. Tandu to take that kick. Tandu's kick, a short one, up into the air by Lorimandau. Stopped there by Luke Lomai Salato, not able to get to it. 29 minutes gone. Malakai Tiwa. And remember, that's an interesting part is the second half when Ba do attack, and that will be but a bit of a different style of game compared to the first day that they did play, where there's heavy ground conditions, the ground slightly dry. Lorimandau, Benjamin Droba, Luke, Lomai Salato. Again, Avines Swami with a tackle, doing just enough. Rewa coming closer to on the 30-minute mark. Screen says it all, 0-0. Back across in they come once again. Marika Rondo towing it through on towards that far touchline side. Epeli Sokuru. Sokuru short back to Betsy Ali. Betsy still Rewa attacking on that far side. In they come once again. Betsy Ali pulling it back, hustling away with Marika. Sokuru. Epeli Sokuru back heels it. No one there and gives possession to Ba. Marika Mandingi. Mandingi up the halfway mark. Narasia again losing possession. Rewa bring it back. Nodded on by Simeone. But Ba played back again. Manueli Kalo. Tandu it is with the header for Rewa. Numaya Tangi killing it down, then switches play. A lovely switch it is to finding Jose Vakatalasau. And Vakatalasau shot well and truly away. Still trying to get the grips of his style of play. Rather getting his fitness back also and getting into the rhythm. The goals that he scored. Uliasi. Tamini Sao. For the Rewa side. Header by Tiwa, but it is Menusi Senimboli starting the attack once again on a bit too far as Ralulu will gather to pick up the ball to get the game underway. And just remembering that our broadcast on radio with the compliments of Vinod Patel, biggest name in hardware, power mate as they say, the fans, and likewise the Farmers Pre-Cooked Lamb Sausages and other quality products from Food Specific. As again, remembering our Talkback show, if you're seeing this for Monday morning, as compliments of Lincoln Refrigeration, Cooling the Nation, and Classic Paints, the #1 paint shop. We'll have more talk about what happens in after this tournament and the 90-minute football that was played. That's putting a lot of strain on the players. As Malakai Tiwa, Oliasi lining up the three-man wall. Simeone Taminisao, the brother, has come back also, but Malakai Tiwa, no, they got four now in the wall. Malakai Tiwa for the bar side, curls, hits the wall, cleared away by Sokuru, stopped on by Manueli Kalo. Numaya Tangi, still Numaya Tangi, finding Avines Swami. Avines from the broadcast side switches from Imata to Shalen Lal. Lal to Malakai Tiwa. Tiwa turns and drives it. It's up there by Benjamin Drover. Drover for the Rewa. Clearance again. Deep again into the Rewa, into the bar territory. Simi chases for it. So does Kini Williame. And it touched Kini Williame on its way out as Simi slid on that far side. Touched Kini Williame. Throw in from that far. Again, Sokuru. Peli Sokuru. Betsy Ali floating it long and high. Ralulu comes out, punches it well. Still hasn't gone out. Takiata then turns and kicks it out of play. So Simi already into the action inside the box. Still 0-0. Lorimandau, the long throw specialist for the Rewa side with the throw. As Lorima in the Pillay Garments Championship. Away by Marika Mandingi. Betsy Ali further back to Posiano. Rewa backpedaling, then Posiano to Menusi. Menusi across Betsy. On by Posiano, not a good pass by him. Shalen Lal turns and wins it for the bar side. Short again. Smeli Narasia with a 1-2 with Osea Vakatalasau. Vakatalasau for the bar side. Still Osea Vakatalasau. Vakatalasau turning in the ways. Benjamin Drover, they hustling for it. Pulling it to the byline. Allowing the Rewa defense to come back though. As on the broadcast on the touchline side. A corner kick to the bar side. Bakatalasau, but the combination still not coming between him and Narusia.
The Aussie of the old yet to be seen.
Aussie of the old yet to be seen. Avines Swami for the broadcast side. 34 minutes. Avines floating it, looking for the timing. Tiwa with a header. And away it goes for another goal kick as we've gone now 34 minutes.
One player, if you look at in Fiji soccer for about good 2 to 3 years now, who's a very good header of the ball, is Malakai Tiwa. And when the corner kicks and set piece play is played into the box of the defending team, he's always trying with his head to get a goal through a header.
Yes, his timing, when you look at it, it's all about timing in football. And although you may be taller or shorter, His timing is excellent, and that reminded me again and again, we speak about Randike Nawalu, who used to time his jump well with the header. Although they may be shorter than the defender, it's about timing, and it comes with practice, and of course, that's some special skills that he has in set-piece play that Ba are using effectively. Shalen Lal, Marika Mandingi. Mandingi from the far touchline side drives a low one and did touch Tandu on its way out, so it'll be a corner kick. 35 minutes gone. And there's our fancy hairstyle guy. There's a caretaker here. Ginger hair, there's Ba. Marika Mandingi driving, headed away by Sokuru. So Ba putting the pressure now into the latter part of this first half here. And remember, Ba just need a goal, rather a draw. But they are wanting to go for a win as Tandu comes and thumps it out of play. Saya Tandu. Ba with the throw from that far side. Shalen Lal, not a good throw. Manueli Kalo comes and brings Ba back into their own territory, way back to goalkeeper Ralulu. Ralulu short to Remwama Takiata. Takiata floating it long and high, finding Osea Vakatalasau. Tandu with the clearance. Throw in. Still to come. There's Osea Vakatalasau waiting for the ball to be retrieved. Avinash Swami. Osea Vakatalasau towards the corner flag. In the way is Benjamin Droba. Droba and gets a throw off Osea Vakatalasau. Cleverly he does that. Menisi Senimbuli for the Rewa side, a defensive one, and kicked away in by Salato. Narasia, Smeli Narasia, turning, slips and loses possession. What have you thought about the Smeli Narasia? You've seen him so many times last year, Indra, and again we see him not as effective as a striker that Ba would like him to be. He gets some goals sometimes, but not an effective striker.
Definitely looking at Narasia, or Narasaya as most are calling him, he does not seem to me like the raw talent that Ba is known to have produced for a number of years, and also with the current players who are playing.
As Rewa run by Lori Madau, and Avinash Swami smiles. Back again, Takiata. Marika Rondo turns, drives a short one, not good. Marika Mandingi, but the linesman, the referee had seen an offside against him. Standing not 10 meters away, and he will go into the books. Standing not 10 meters away, Marika Rondo. That's the law of the game. Hefty looking Marika Rondo. It's also a Fiji karate rep. Taken by Ralulu. Avinash Swami floats it through again. In the way, Benjamin Drova. And Osea Vakatalasau going in a bit hard on him.
Slowly we can see Osea's style coming back.
Yeah, similar style.
And Avineshwaran Swami and Lori Mandau have been having a battle amongst each other off the ball for a while now. And I think Avinesh will be going to the books. He's become the favorite for these referees, Raymond.
Yeah, he's become the referee. And he's asking him, what about him?
Well, that's a very good point that has been raised. And I think the bar captain needs to ask Rakesh Varman as to what about Lori Mandau, because they both were involved in it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. He has become the favorites for the two referees, as we said again, Rakesh Varman and Andrew Achari. But they've got to also ask the question about Lori Mandau. Yes, it's off the ball incident. The linesman should have been closer to it to give a better account of it, but is given to one, and that's Avinesh's second yellow card in this tournament as we come back in. So it will be interesting whether he has to miss a league match, because This is a different tournament, as the rule says, but rules can be changed overnight too. We've seen that happen. Ba with the throw. Avinash Swami. He was still talking to the referees, telling him about that incident a while ago. Osea Vakatalasau in the way, Posiano. Posiano Calisito, they're waiting to retrieve the ball. And Sabanaga Leather off the field now, watching the game as you saw that on the screen. Short towards the corner flag. And the linesman says, goal kick to the to the Rewa side. 41 minutes gone. 41 minutes of play still. It is, as the screen says, not yet, but it's still 0-0 here. The kick, Rondu. On by Lori Mandau. Across Marika Mandingi, thumping it out of play. So the players would be looking for their well-earned break at the halftime mark in this match, as the sun has slowly peeked away into the afternoon here. Throw to come from that far side across Rewa. Again, not good. Stopped there by Rewa Matakiata, playing it long. A deep one it is to Osea Vakatalasau. Racing away, Osea Vakatalasau with Penyame Drova still. Penyame wins the tussle, the referee saying the foul by Osea Vakatalasau. Rewa with a free kick. Menusi Senimbuli. Senimbuli's cross. Simeone Taminisau heading it back down for Marika Rondu. Rondu short to Lori Mandau. Dau back to Rondu. Rondu plays a through pass for Menusi as they watch it go out of play for a goal kick. 42 minutes gone. Half time closing by with Rewa nil and Bar nil. Ralulu. Johnny Ralulu for the Bar side. In comes Osea with the touch and on for Narasia. Back he gets the 1-2 Aaron towards the broadcast touchline side. Simeli Narasia drives and on looking for Tiwa. Tiwa looking, hustling away for Osea. Cleared away by Rewa. Again, Avinash Swami to take the kick. Avinash short. Malakai Manueli Kalo way back bar, bring it. Short again, Numaya Tangi starting play. Still Numaya. Looks at his option, then floated, chipped high into the air. Onto Avinash Swami. And going in big hard. The linesman, you can see already that from our screens that Manesi Senimbuli is also aiming for Avinash rather than the play. But as the kick comes in, short into Nimaya Tangi. Ba inside. Again, pushing it about. From that far side, Marika Mandingi plays it through fine, looking for Osea, but Tandu cuts it out. Lori Mandau on by Drova, and Drova plays it on for Luke Maisaloto, and in comes Simeone Taminisau with Kini Viliame. Kini wins the race away, then brings it out, leaves it on for Manueli Kalo. Manueli for the Bar side, up towards the halfway mark, on to Malakai Tiwa. In the way is Menusi Senimbuli, and a foul correctly pulled by the referee on by Menusi Senimbuli, the son of Puasa Tumbuna. And Avinash Swami's kick, switching it across field for Mata to Mata Marika Mandingi. On back again to Salen Lal. Lal for the Bar side, floating it short again. Osea Vakatalasau not able to control it. Lori Mandau for Rewa. Tandu. Betsy Ali on the far side. Betsy playing it through. And not a good pass by Betsy Ali. 44 minutes gone. Kini Viliame for the Bar side. Inside their own territory. Short again. Played, pulled infield. Manueli Kalo. Bar starting their run on the broadcast side. Avinash Swami to Kini Viliame. Still Taikini turns. And you can see the two strikers up front for Rewa at a walking pace at the moment. And Malakai Tiwa. Numaya Tangi Malakai Tiwa turns and finds an unmarked Avines Swami. Avines on the broadcast touchline side plays it through, looking for Osea Vakatalasau. And Vakatalasau, just a little bit of speed, not there for him to get to. Wanting that confidence back. He hasn't scored a goal, so he'll probably be leading, wanting a... as Avines Swami turns away from two Rewa player, but Salote they come once again, still back healing it. Avines Swami turns, looking, Avines drives a low one and for Narasia. And Simeli Narasia in the 44th minute of play, after some good play by Avines Swami on the byline, and Simeli Narasia needing that confidence, gets bar the first goal. Osea goes across to congratulate him, but it was great work by Avines Swami, worked his way then in through. Again, the Rewa defense letting them down in this instance here. And in the 44th minute of play, Smeli Narasia has put Bar up by 1-0.
If you look at it closely, when Avineswaran Swami was with the ball, it seemed like the Rewa defenders were more hell-bent on chopping him down rather than trying to defend. And in that spur moment, Avines Swami, as he calm and cool that he is, he used his head, took the ball away, beat those defenders, played it across the box, so easy finish for Narasia. But again, as a defender, forget about trying to harm a player, but you got to defend first.
Well, that was the intention, you could see, of the Rewa defenders of Menusi Senimboli and Droba that came in, and Lomai Salato, that they were aiming at. Its intention was Avines Swami, but it didn't quite work for them. And that's probably as Avines Rakesh Varman goes across to talk to him. As I said, these particular referees mark this particular guy. No love lost, but half-time looming with 46 minutes, a minute of added time gone, with Bar leading into this first half here. As the kick comes, Marika Rondu. Ralulu easily takes it. Johnny Ralulu. As they say, the referee points, it's half-time here at Ratudakambau Park, and at the half-time mark, it is the Bar side that is leading by 1-0.
Brought to you in conjunction with Digicel, Fiji's bigger, better network.
Amazing Race Asia, Tuesdays at 7 p.m. on FBC TV.
Every day shines the rays of the Fiji sun to brighten your day. More than just news, it starts your day. Fiji sun, Fiji's number one. Fiji sun shines every day. Fiji's number one, it's Fiji sun.
My name is Christian Ronidalo, taking Bachelor of Science majoring in Biology and Chemistry. I chose USP because it's international standard that holistically prepared me to face the ever-changing global scientific environment. I refuse to quit and would continue to further my study in the science field. If you are like-minded, USP is the best choice for you.
देश की धड़कन रेडियो फिजी 2 प्रेजेंट्स सुपर भजन नाइट 2012
फिजी के दो भजन सम्राट
सावु सावु के मास्टर शिव दयाल
तथा बा के बलराम का आमना सामना
रातू रकमबाऊ पार्क नवसोरी में शनिवार 28 जनवरी की शाम 7:30 बजे से टिकट सिर्फ $3। आप कैसे और कहां से प्राप्त कर सकते हैं, इसके लिए सुनते रहे रेडियो फिजी 2 और देखते रहिए FBC TV। सुपर भजन नाइट 2012 के प्रायोजक है न्यू वर्ल्ड सुपरमार्केट, वी केयर फॉर यू।
Brought to you in conjunction with Digicel, Fiji's bigger, better network.
Roderick Singh is coming into the field of play for the Rewa side. and going off is Betsy Ali. So Roderick Singh just coming, just got his transfer across from Telebu Naitasiri. Him and Luke Lomai Saloto as bar kickoff. Again, Numaya Tangi leading by 1-0. Back across. As my good friend Chandrabal Patel, power mate as he wants to be known as a power mate guy. As across on towards that far touchline side. Back again infield. Short on by Malakai Tiwa, and Tiwa quickly, as I said, Bar quickly going into attack again into this game. As those that are listening in Mombasa and viewing this in Mombasa also all happy Bar leading. A lot of Bar fans right around the country and in Mombasa too, as our friend Raj Patel guy. All happy too, all happy, but it's still not over yet. 45 minutes to go. And as those in the bus stand now, Mosam Ali in the bus stand now, Bin Pinat guys, all happy that Bar leading. So they acknowledging us at the bus stand also with Bar leading, that this is the first championship for Bar.
A lot of Bar fans just at halftime are talking. When Bar starts off well at the start of the season, it is Bar's year. Well, a long way to go, but definitely with the way they've been playing for the past 3 days and some players yet to come, and with the likes of Malakai Levatia, with the talks that he might be joining, it will make Bar a very strong unit this season.
Yes, and again, with this sort of start, one of the things that you see, Indra, is the depth on the bench. It's the depth of the bench. We were talking about the players that are not in the side here today, but they still have got the depth on the bench. And one of the things that you will be hearing also at the Salah Une case, that Rishi, what next step that he will take, because if you have a player like Salah Une in Bar, there you go, and much improved performance by Ralulu. What do you think?
Yes.
You've seen him of him today. You were not in the 2 days that you were not here, but you've seen him today. Much improved performance.
Definitely, I think a lot of work has been put in by the Bar coaching staff led by Master Yogen in getting that confidence into Ralulu. Once Ralulu has the confidence, he's a very good stopper. And as you mentioned earlier on, could be one of the contenders for a spot in the national squad. As we see veteran Malakai Kenehewe about to maybe make his appearance for the Bar side.
Yes, they're probably using him as an impact player. And one of the things that you have seen, as I said, there's a lot of depth on the Bar bench. And I was disappointed that Rewa did not use Masawini, the under-17 captain that was named in the 30-member squad. And also Suba did not have Penerenio.
Penerenio, and a lot of talk just on the lead up to the tournament, on the eve rather of the tournament, that Api Salome Turuva might be making an appearance for Suva.
Well, they probably will, but he's got to pay that fees to Lambasa. And likewise, when you look at it, also Kelepi Nganga not featuring for the Rewa side here this afternoon, as 3.5 minutes gone into the second half here. Menusi Senimboli. And the ground has dried up, and probably if there's no rain during this week, it will certainly get a bit better than what it was in 2 days ago. As on the far side, Lomai Salote Luke. Not good though. As we restart, Avinash Swami and by no hurry, but they quickly came into a lot of attack into the first half here. Malakai Tiwa across on by Osea Vakatalasau. Referee saying it's the other way. It's interesting that Osea in this game has got a lot of foul against him, given against him. Sokuru, his pass, not a good one. Salen Lal, Malakai Tiwa, lovely little touch onto on Narasia. Narasia, the goal scorer. And he has a chat with Sokuru.
Also, if you look at a lot of things that I've noticed from last season into this season, early into this season with the Champions League, the lack of physical play being allowed by our referees. And when our players go abroad and they play the likes of the All Whites, who are very physical, and they do physical, and our players get intimidated and sort of take the matter into their own hands.
Professional sort of foul.
And it's sometimes our referees on little things, they're just very quick to blow the whistle.
Yes, it certainly that has happened, not allowing the flow of the game to go. That's what they say, the advantage play. That's the word that a lot of people use, the advantage play. Sayatandu starting it for the Rewa side. And Sokuru. Mandingi with a header as Pasiano Calisito, but Ba midway in their own territory, flick it through on for Osea. Osea Vakatalasau's pass is not it's like a hospital pass. Menusi Senimboli finds Luke Lomai Salato on looking, chasing for it also is Simeone Taminisao. Taminisao towards the corner flag on that far touchline side. Working, leaves it for Luke, and Luke Lomai Salato flicking it through. Away it comes again. Hustling away, Ralulu comes out and picks it up. No foul on that occasion, but Ralulu picks it up quickly to the delight of the Bar fans. A long driving kick again inside Rewa territory on for Narasia. Let's it miss pass by Tiwa on to Nimwaya Tangi. Tangi finding Avinash Swami. He's got a lot of room to move. Turns. Menusi Senimbuli. Kicking it away, Luke coming back to support, turns away. There's a lot of gap in midfield as Lomai Salato for the Rewa side. Flicked on by Rondu, cleared away by Takiata. He's just done enough here in the 3 games that he has played in this tournament, Remumama Takiata. In comes the cross and the header by Osea Vakatalasau. Better play by Narasia this time now. And out of play for a Uliasi to take the goal kick. Well, the prize money, the winner gets $3,000 and the runner-up gets $1,000. And they're setting the platform for the call of the final game. $3,000 for the winner, $1,000 for the runner-up. And likewise, Pillay Garments, Narendra Pillay of Pillay Garments will do the honors here. Floated long and high. Again, Ralulu punching it away. The goal mouth at his mercy. Out comes Luque with the shot and across the face of the goal mouth. And it's good to see as the cover defense went back to cover, Indra.
Yes, with Ralulu, we've known the Bar defense to do a lot of work to help him out, and they fell back to cover on the goal mouth, and Avineshwaran Swami to be replaced by Malakai Kenehewe.
So that's the substitution on that far touchline side. Well, as Avinash slowly goes, Malakai Kenehewe coming into the field of play. And the scoreboard still says it all. Bar 1, Rewa 0. Kick. Roderick Singh with a header. Marika Mandingi keeping the pressure on. Tandu lets it go. Saya Tandu with a throw. Short. Posiano shielding. Malakai Tiwa in the way. And Osea Vakatalasau smiles as Posiano came in wildly. But it's Malakai Tiwa turning and wanting to have an instep. We've seen him score some goals like that with the ball floating in the air. Zuliasi will be called again now to take the goal kick. Malakai Tiwa, and exceptionally one of the skillful players in Fiji at the moment. Uliasi, Taminisau. Narasia with a header. Just trying to keep them inside inside the Rewa territory. On the far side again. Hustling away Menisi Senimboli. And Lorima collides with him. Referee still having a talk with Simeli Narasia. And Rewa give away the throw, now the advantage.
One thing, Raymond, is very noticeable is when referees talking, if 2 players are involved, why talk to one? Why not get both together to have a chat with them?
Yeah, to cut it out. That's the word, would be to cut it out. Otherwise, both would be warning them, and it seems that one particular player got involved in that as on the far side, Manueli Kalo finding Osea Vakatalasau. Vakatalasau to Simeli Narasia. Narasia now turning away. Simeli Narasia working his way, drives on the byline and slams it across the